Amid royal spectacles and ongoing controversy, could Prince Harry really face deportation from his adopted homeland? As whispers of this possibility ripple across both sides of the Atlantic, we delve into the intriguing world of royal immigration and citizenship matters. What truth lies behind these headlines? Let's find out. The impending court hearing over Prince Harry's visa status in the US has ignited widespread speculation, particularly with respect to its potential implications. The Duke of Sussex may face the possibility of deportation based on allegations that his application process may not have been entirely above board. Melcher delves into the intricacies of the case, which is spearheaded by the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank. The foundation contends that the US government may not have adhered to proper protocol in approving Prince Harry's visa application. Central to their argument is the contention that the prince's self-confessed past drug use should have been grounds for rejecting the application. In his memoir, Prince Harry divulged that he tried cocaine for the first time at the age of 17 and used it continuously thereafter. Additionally, he openly discussed his use of marijuana and magic mushrooms as a means to cope with past traumas. It is worth noting that the recreational use of marijuana is legal in California, where Harry resides, and there have been steps towards decriminalizing psychedelics like mushrooms in the state. Oregon, a neighboring state, has already legalized the limited use of hallucinogenic mushrooms in 2020. Harry further confessed to experimenting with cocaine, ketamine, and magic mushrooms, recounting an experience where he hallucinated that a bin was talking to him. He believed the psychedelic drugs aided him in addressing his grief and trauma following the death of his mother, Princess Diana. During an interview, Harry revealed that the use of the psychedelic substance ayahuasca provided him with a sense of relaxation, release, comfort, and lightness that he managed to hold on to for a period of time, emphasizing their significant role in his life. In his memoir titled Spare, the Duke of Sussex also recounted an incident during Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee in 2002 when he was confronted by an unnamed member of the royal household after a journalist raised questions about his drug use. Harry admitted that he was offered a line of cocaine during a hunting weekend and confessed that he lied to the royal household staff during the subsequent interrogation. He described his cocaine experience as not particularly enjoyable, but mentioned that he engaged in it to feel different and challenge the established order, as he was a rebellious 17-year-old seeking new experiences. The specific type of visa held by Prince Harry in the United States is not currently known. However, according to the Daily Mail, it is speculated that he may hold either a spousal visa or an O1 visa, which is granted to individuals with exceptional abilities in various fields or those with significant achievements in the arts, sciences, education, business, athletics, or the film and television industry. If Prince Harry indeed holds an O1 visa, which typically has an initial validity period of 3 years, he may be required to reapply this year, considering the recent public revelations about his past drug use. The Heritage Foundation has sought access to the Prince's visa application form via a Freedom of Information Act request. The Heritage Foundation is specifically interested in how Prince Harry responded to certain inquiries that all US visa applicants must answer regarding their history with drugs. These questions include: have you ever been a drug user or addict? Have you ever violated or been involved in a conspiracy to violate any laws relating to controlled substances? However, Melcher, his attorney, opines that such a request may be at odds with immigration law, which guards the confidentiality of these applications. As a result, the upcoming hearing will determine the legality of the Foundation's request. The extensive and continuous media attention has raised questions about the legitimacy of the Department of Homeland Security's approval of the Duke of Sussex's visa. This concern arises from Prince Harry's public acknowledgement of committing several drug offences, both in the US and internationally, as per the complaint. Wilds, in his conversation with News Nation's Dan Abrams, suggested that the Prince might not have disclosed everything, and if DHS recognises this, they might rescind his visa. He added that the immigration process is stern about drug use. Wilds elaborated that immigration takes a rather stern, puritanical stance towards drugs. Prince Harry could face allegations of misrepresentation or controlled substance violations. In extreme scenarios, he could be labelled as a drug addict or abuser, which would be even more challenging, invoking the grounds of crimes involving moral turpitude. The most extreme consequence could be the grounds of physical or mental disorder. He clarified that waivers for these allegations do exist in immigration law. A prudent attorney would have presented this waiver preemptively, aware that Harry's book Spare was about to be published, thus saving him from potential humiliation. If the waiver was not filled, the immigration authorities have every right to take action. Wilds emphasised that the Heritage Foundation has no entitlement to Prince Harry's paperwork. Unless the individual himself shares the documents, they remain private, he stated. He pointed out that the notion that Prince Harry received special treatment is a rather loose argument. Still, he warned that the public admission of drug use could potentially bring up complications. Wilds suggested that Prince Harry might be denied entry into the US, or he might have to provide one of the waivers concerning a physical or mental disorder grant. After stepping back from their royal duties, Harry and his wife Meghan Markle relocated to California in 2020. Initially, they resided in Los Angeles before moving to Montecito. Meghan Markle, an American citizen born in Los Angeles, is Harry's wife. Their daughter, Princess Lilibet, was born in Santa Barbara, while their son Archie was born in London's Portland Hospital. Nevertheless, a spokesperson for the US State Department recently stated that individual visa records are confidential under Section 222F of the Immigration and Nationality Act, and therefore the details of specific visa cases cannot be discussed. Prince Harry recently returned to the United States after attending King Charles's coronation service at Westminster Abbey. Despite the brewing controversy, the crux of the issue lies in how Prince Harry responded to questions about his past drug use. The Heritage Foundation alleges that the Duke may have lied about his past, leading to speculation that he could face expulsion from the US. But Melcher strikes a cautionary note, reminding us that these allegations are still unproven and largely hinge on the court's interpretation of the law. While acknowledging that the situation is not ideal for Prince Harry, Melcher also emphasises the importance of adhering to the same standards for everyone. He suggests that while the prince should not receive any preferential treatment, he should also not be subjected to any undue scrutiny. Further complicating matters, Melcher points out that we may never know the complete truth, given the government's vested interest in maintaining the confidentiality of visa applications. If it is discovered that the prince did lie on his application, it could pose a dilemma for the government should they take action against the prince or turn a blind eye to it. Yet, if Prince Harry did truthfully disclose his past drug use, the government would find itself in an even more challenging situation. It cannot disclose this information due to the confidentiality of visa records, leaving room for continued speculation and public scrutiny. Delving deeper into the crux of the controversy, the visa application form itself, Melcher highlights the ambiguous wording of the drug-related question. It asks if the applicant has ever violated or engaged in a conspiracy to violate any laws related to controlled substances. If Prince Harry did not answer yes to this question given his past, it could be seen as a lie. However, Melcher highlights a potential defence for Prince Harry, arguing that the prince might have misunderstood the question and as a result unknowingly provided false information. This could potentially save him from severe legal repercussions. Regardless of the outcome, the case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of truthfulness when dealing with official documentation, particularly when it pertains to immigration. Melcher warns that even seemingly harmless lies could have serious consequences, suggesting that the Heritage Foundation is essentially using this case to remind the US government of its obligation to uphold the law. Wrapping up the discussion, Melcher emphasises that despite the sensationalism surrounding the case, it is crucial to remember that Prince Harry should be subject to the same legal standards as everyone else. He suggests that had the prince been more transparent on his visa application, he might not be facing these potential legal woes today. That wraps it up for now, as we look forward to the scheduled court hearing next week. But this brings us to an intriguing question. What might be the fate of Meghan Markle if Prince Harry faces deportation from the USA due to visa complications? Could Harry return to Britain? Would Meghan choose to stay in the US? Only time will tell.